we learned that the women who came to Tasmania were the worst of the worst. They were strumpets, they were damned whores. And nothing could be further from the truth.
They were all assigned out as domestic servants when they arrived. Some of them were trained as domestic servants.
Women were never transported for prostitution, but many prostitutes stole from their clients and were transported as thieves.
My favourite female convict is Julia Mullins. She came out on the Providence in 1826, and there's a book called Notorious Strumpets and Dangerous Girls, and it's named after her. I sort of quite like that.
It's important to remember that a lot of the convict women were in their late teens and early 20s. They're interested in sex, and I think that there's lots of evidence to indicate that when they were charged with being away all night, it's because they were spending the night with a man somewhere. And the births of all those children indicates that there's a lot of sex going on.
Those women that came here first had a certain degree of freedom. Then the female factories were established, and so there was a place to put recalcitrant women, there was a place to put women who were pregnant or who were waiting for work.
Virtually all of them married, settled down, and hardly any of them continued as prostitutes or underworld figures. 2 or 3% possibly.
I'm filled with admiration for the ones who managed to keep their families together, managed to keep their children with them and their husbands with them, and give them a sense of connectedness. Because a lot of these women were tried in the first place because they were disconnected. And that sense of giving your children emotional stability, that's not that easy to do. We know that today too. And if they could do that, I think that's probably more important for generations of a family than making money in the first generation.